Hello, my name's Quentin Brown from msincome.com. I've been an internet marketer for around 25 years and just recently semi-retired because I love it so much. I just keep doing some of the things I really like, not so much with customers anymore. And so I'm going to share all this year a whole bunch of tutorials and secrets that I've learned over these years to make life really easy for you as a business owner, save you some money. So let's get started. So this first one, we're going to look at graphics, and there's a bunch of graphics around that you can get. If you've come to the tutorial on MS Income, just make sure you go underneath. I've listed there where you can get all these free PSDs. There's literally thousands of them you can get. And the reason we use a PSD is it comes in layers, so we can manipulate it. We can take one thing out of one PSD file and add it to another, so we can combine files to make whole new files. So it's just a great system, and it's not really that hard. So let me show you. So I'm just going to open one of these PSD files, and I've got a whole bunch here. So I've got a laptop clear, a computer, phones, etc. So these are all ready to go, and they're all Adobe Photoshop. So I'm going to use the laptop and just open it. And here's this file. And so as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 files. I can turn these off. And so this does the background and makes it into a transparency. So what I'm going to do in this is I'm going to copy this, because this particular PSD as a file, and I want to actually update it a little bit so I can use it for lots of different things. So I'm just going to go here and I'm going to go edit and cut. And what we'll find is now when we diminish that screen, it's actually cut behind it. So if I now get rid of the background, you can see it's transparent. So now I'm going to open another file. So I'm going to open, and I just took a photo of my website, QR Codes Australia, where we sell a whole bunch of QR codes. Now I can start using quick keys. So if you go into edit, you probably already know a lot of these. Control C, Control V. This time I'm going to use Control A, and it selects the whole graphic on the screen. I'll do Control Copy. I'll go to the PSD. Now this is actually a JPEG, but because we use everything in layers, it automatically converts it to a PSD. So I'm going to go Control V, and here's my picture. Now as you can see, it's over the top. So by dragging this layer down underneath, it's now behind. And I can use my backwards and forwards keys or drag it. I can drag it and get it in there. Now it's a little bit not quite big enough, so all I'm going to do is go Edit, Transform, and Scale. Now if I just drag these, it automatically scales it. If I wanted to move bits round a bit more, by holding the Shift key, I can drag them without scaling. So you can do a whole lot of different things. So as you can see now, I'm not so constrained to being within the boundaries because I've made it a little bit bigger, so I can drag it around a bit. So I think that looks pretty good. I can turn this back on. It's missing a little bit down the bottom. So I'll take it down, and there we have it. Now, obviously, I can also get rid of this sort of information by using the rubber. And you've got all these things on the side. If you hover over them, you'll see what it says. If you hold on this little arrow here, you can see you can erase a tool, background eraser, and a magic eraser. But I'm just going to erase these here, make it look a bit tidier. Now, if I put the white background in there, just so I can see. And there we have it. So we could then put in some text in there. I want to make it a little bit different, maybe like this. Make it a little bit bigger. Go back onto the arrow. And there we have it. I can now save that, or I can go back and change it again. And there you have it. I have a great little thing now I can use as an ad at the top of a post, anything I like. So that's all you do. Now you can just save it. So you can, if you save as a PSD, you can come back and edit it at any time. But if you're ready to save it as a JPEG for your website or a web, which we're all starting to use now, because they're a lot smaller file, then away you go. Let's just cancel those out quickly and just show you a few more secrets to Photopea. We have all these things called templates in here that they provide. And so there's a whole bunch of stuff here that you can change. Now, some of these you can change and some of them you can't. They're just giving you a bit of an idea. Or you could put your own logo in there and it does some of the changes. So let's say I want my name. I pick that. It'll load it. I'll go into text. Got some really good text now. What took me 10 seconds. So I've now got a really good file I can use. So I'll go back again to templates. And as you can see here, there's a whole bunch of them. Cards. So here's a card, a business card all ready to go. And again, as you can see here, we've got all the different layers. So we can then start changing. Lots of them you'll be able to just go through and change it. If it's a bit big, you could just change this down a little bit so it fits. And away I go. I can put my photo in there, everything. I've got a business card ready to go. And then you can just go find out where that photo of him is and put in your own. Or put in your own graphic and just change the whole thing. So that's just a little bit about Photopea, and I hope you enjoyed it. There are hundreds of videos on YouTube on how to do things even more finely if you want to. However, I only use it for doing very basic graphics like this. I don't try and do all the tweaking and everything. I allow the PSD to have done all that. I just add my bits, the text and different photos, and I've got a completely customized graphic ready to go. Hope you enjoyed this short tutorial. Come and visit me at msincome.com, and there's also be a list of places where you can get a whole bunch of free PSDs on the site. My name's Quentin Brown. Thanking you very much.